join our friend and semi-hero Sean O'Connor. Wait, wrong game. As he's, I think, just about to go to bed. Hey, Summer. Good to see you. I meant to actually go to bed and not take a nap. Damn it. Just do that twice. You know what? That makes me tired. I don't want to do that. So, false start here. Alright, this time I'm going to click on the right thing. In my defense, I'm sick this weekend, so... Whoa, slept late. Gotta go. As I was saying, I trust that by now you have all mastered the art of using tools to pick locks, that you have your own rope and grapnel, and that you have studied your previous lessons for this test. You will have 4 essay questions. When you have written your answers, you are dismissed from the class to prove your lock-picking skills. Follow the instructions and open the assigned locker in the locker room. We will meet again in 2 days' time. Macht's gut. So the essay question thing is a little bit different from the past test. Question number 1 is, of all the rogue lessons we've covered in class so far, which one has personally been most useful to you and why? No, Macht's gut. Macht in that case is from machen, so it's to do it well. I get it. Yeah. It's something quite similar to that in German, but... So here I have the option of basically pick a stat. Let's write what we think the master wants to hear, because sucking up is good, right? So far, I've found the stealth skill lesson on stop, look, and listen to be the most important advice in life. I've always tended to rush in and do things without thinking about it. Now I make myself look at the situation and what might happen before I act. Question number 2. You're in a tavern when a group of ruffians walk in through the door, clearly intent upon causing trouble. They go up to a patron of the inn and deliberately insult him. The innkeeper looks pleadingly at you to do something to defuse the situation before it gets out of hand. What roguish skill do you use to handle this situation? Let's go with option number 1 again, I think. Write something confident. I'd go up to the bullies and ask them what the matter was. I'd invite them all to sit down with me and discuss the problems over a few drinks. I'd use flattery and charm to calm them down and stop them causing trouble. What rogue tool or skill would you use to deal with a monster stalking through the Great Hall? The thing is with these, I don't think there actually is a right response. I think it's more about which skill you're exercising. As far as I've determined. What rogue school or tool or skill, blah blah blah. Monster stalking Great Hall, got it. Oh, let's be sly. I go over to Lady Moira and let her know there's a dangerous monster loose in the castle. Then I sit back and watch as the paladins and warriors deal with the situation. Which I think actually is the correct response from a roguish heroism point of view. Why is "thou shalt not steal from classmate or school" a rule for rogues? Write something cheesy. Clever, let's be clever. The rule is there to make it clear to the powers that be that we aren't thieves. Turk hates the rogue class, but he has no good way to convince the headmaster to expel us. Unless, of course, one of us steals the headmaster's hat. You have now completed the essay section of this exam. Your assignment is to go to the locker room, unlock locker number 13, see what's in the locker, relock the locker without removing the object, and report on the object you find in the locker in our next class in 2 days. So, Well, let's stop and have a chat with Joel here. Since tomorrow is a day off from school, we'll be having another Poobah game tonight in the recreation room. I do hope you will join in. The game will be much more enjoyable if you're there. Got any plans for tomorrow? I will be going to Caligari to do more research on the various guilds of Sardonia. It is a hobby of mine. Have a good time in Sardonia and good luck with your hobby. I hope that your day off will be equally useful for you. Got anything new for sale? Indeed, I have 2 new items which could prove useful in dangerous situations. The first is a flambe. It is a bottle of flammable liquid that will explode in flames when thrown at a monster. It is most effective against vermin. The second item I have for sale is a boom. This is a form of trap that explodes when something brushes up against it. The boom does a great deal of damage. Both of these items are good to have when exploring dangerous areas like the sea caves. Since they are one-shots, so to speak, you might want to pick up several of each. Got any juicy rumors today? Cesare is very good at Poobah, but he takes too many chances, particularly when he is upset. And, of course, losing any hand upsets him. I do hope you will join us at the game tonight. Cesare looks forward to beating you and taking your money. We'll see about that. Hey, Nat. Yes, explosives. I'm not probably going to be making much use of most of those. What do you know about the sea caves? The sea caves are an extensive set of underground passageways, waterways, and caverns. It is extremely dangerous. There are many nasty things that crawl and hunt down there. There is supposed to be pirate treasure hidden there, but the sea caves are massive. It would be very easy to get lost. I am not a fan of the things that lurk in the sea caves. Besides, it is wet and slimy down there. It would ruin my shoes. This island was once a port of call for many a pirate ship. There are secluded coves all around the island. It is said that the pirates used the sea caves to hide their ill-gotten booty. It is also said that the sea caves are haunted by the restless dead pirates who died from greed for gold and now seek vengeance upon the living. All in all, it seems the sea caves are a most unpleasant and dangerous place to explore. Bye for now. I hope to see you later at the Poobah game. If there was an award for Best Dressed Rogue of the Year, you'd certainly win it. Thank you. I take great pride in my appearance. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go complete the test. Come on, just a little more. Why won't you open? Katie sounds a bit frustrated. I'm in. Thanks, Sean. This is so stupid! Hi, Katie. Having fun? Do I sound like I'm having fun to you? The stupid lock refuses to open. Well, let's be friendly here and try to help her. Would you like some help with it? It's either that or I throw the rock against the wall, in hopes it breaks open. That technique probably won't work with the locker, though. You're left-handed, right? I think that's what your problem is. Try holding the torsion wrench with your right hand and then pick with your left hand. The handbook said to do it the other way around. Well, that handbook doesn't know you very well, does it? And you do? Not as well as I'd like. See you later. Yeah, thanks. There, we are a good friend. This is locker 13. That is in fact the locker that I'm supposed to be after, so let's take a look at it. So this is lucky locker 13. According to the test, this is the locker I was assigned to open. Looks like it's more than just a simple lock. This could be tricky to open. I mean, Sean, do like to pride myself on being able to charm when occasion requires. Yes, I got it! Oh, there's a book in here. It's a copy of the Big Book of Tool Use. The subtitle is A Child's Guide to Lockpicking. I'm not sure if that's meant to be ironic or if he's trying to tell me I still have a lot to learn. The directions said to leave the book in the locker, so I'd better do just that. I guess this means I pass. But I'm now late for science class. If I hurry, I can still make it. No, I can make it easily. It's fine. My kingdom for a horse that likes stairs. Science time. Yes. The thief's identity. I'll leave that one for Summer to explain if you don't mind. Focus on being the best mad scientist I can here. Today we're going to explore vaporization, condensation, and the process of distillation. This process uses an alembic and retorts to separate our mixtures and thus isolate key components. Distillation is the process used to produce brandy from wine. However, we will be focusing on a more practical and useful substance to distill, gooey. Through the science of distillation, we will reduce and concentrate our gooey to turn it into a more effective adhesive. I call this substance super gluey. With ordinary gooey, a creature with the mass of an average human that steps on a pool of gooey upon the floor will be adhered for a short time. Anything larger than a human will be unaffected by the gooey. However, once we refine the gooey into super gluey, the large monster stepping upon a pool of super gluey will adhere to the floor for several minutes. After the monster gets loose from the super gluey, his feet, hooves, or tentacles continue to stick to the floor, impeding its movement for several more minutes. For several more minutes. Are there any questions before we begin the distillation demonstration? Let's ask for more information about the super gluey. What happens if a large monster steps in the super gluey and after it gets free steps into the same pool of super gluey again? Is the super gluey used up the first time or will it work again? Very good question. I have no idea whether or not there will be enough super gluey left on the floor to be effective after a monster has stepped on it. Which means, young man, that you will have to experiment with the super gluey with an actual monster to find out. I look forward to seeing your research on the subject. It takes 3 doses of gooey to make 1 dose of super gluey. Today, I shall be supplying enough gooey for you to make 3 doses of super gluey. In the future, you will have to create your own gooey before you can make super gluey. We begin by putting the gooey into a retort and apply heat. Alright, officially time for dinner, which means in actuality it's time for me to sneak off somewhere and try to squeeze in a little bit more learning stuff before I get called to dinner for real. Either I'm getting better at that voice, in that my throat doesn't hurt as much, or I'm getting worse at that voice, and then therefore I'm not putting as much strain on my throat because I'm not doing it right. Doesn't sound like anything's going on in the rec room right now. Cards! Extremely important. It's Poobah night. If I play my cards right, I bet I can raise my game. I'm shooting for complete and total mastery here. Sometimes I worry with doing all the voices that there's just not enough variety there, but I do the best I can. Don't hear anything there right now. Listen at this door for good measure. It is awfully loud in there. Sounds like dinner's already started. The day before I take a test, I clearly want to do my best. So I study, read, and write, toss and turn in bed all night. Never get a wink of rest, and be a total mess from stress upon the day I take the test. Sounds like me if I ever bothered to study. So you will be joining us for Pooh-Bah tonight, Aeolus? Yes, I'm not very good at cards, but I love to play. It'll be good for you, Aeolus. It's fun, and we will all enjoy winning your money. Dinner time is over! Clean up and get out! Which means this time Pooh-Bah has an additional player. Aeolus. I love Aeolus. He's great. Going to... Well, actually, let's not bother with a save yet. You're absolutely right, I need an apple. How could I have forgotten? I especially need apples now because I promised I'd start leaving them for the cork. Aeolus does kind of, well, we'll talk a bit more about Aeolus' strategy when we're actually playing Pooh-Bah. But Aeolus plays Pooh-Bah approximately as skillfully as I play Magic the Gathering, which is to say, he plays very much without a focus on actually he plays for fun and he's not very good necessarily. Let's go with that. Like, he has no Pooh-Bah face. I mean, he has a face that means he's got a Pooh-Bah. And he bets recklessly. It's great. I can hear Thomas saying something about Pooh-Bah. I don't play Magic the Gathering for money, so I'm a little bit ahead of Aeolus on that one. You can't learn how to play Pooh-Bah from reading a book any more than you can learn how to throw a dagger from reading. I learned a lot about throwing a dagger from reading a book. That's how I improved my throwing skill. And the Pooh-Bah book explains things like the mathematical likelihood that one person has a Fizbin when another person has a Pooh-Bah. So what does math have anything to do with having fun? Hey, Katie, watch it. I've always found math challenging and enjoyable. Why does that not surprise me? Hello, friends. So, Sean, did you learn to play Pooh-Bah from a book, or are you just learning as you play? I learned to play by watching your moves. You're very smooth, and you're fun to watch. Right. Just keep your eyes on the cards and try not to be dazzled by my incredible beauty. I'll try not to, but there's no guarantee I'll be able to resist your many charms. You're always so serious when you play. It's like you really, really want to win. When I was younger, my cousins never wanted to play games with me because I beat them. They didn't like being beaten by a girl. I like competitions. Maybe I should take a look at the Pooh-Bah book. It might help me win. We are going to flirt with Katie here. Maybe we could get together later and I could show you a few tricks. Card tricks. Yeah, I'm sure cards aren't the only thing you want to show. Good night and good luck. I wish you luck too. Just not quite as much luck as I get. Hi, Esme. Are you playing Pooh-Bah with us tonight? He's best with many players. What do you like best about playing Pooh-Bah? Every hand of Pooh-Bah is mystery. How good is my hand? Who has best cards? Who is lying? That's easy to tell. Sosie is always lying. Yes, but that does not tell if his hand is better or worse than my hand. It's always different and exciting. So for you, the best part is not about winning or losing the game. No, for me, it's solving the mystery and hunting for the best hand of the round. Where did you learn how to play Poobah? I learned to play Poobah here, but we play many, many card games at my caravan. Poobah is not hard to learn, but not easy to be good at. It's always challenging. We'll talk some other time. Yes, we will. Hello, Thomas? Do you understand the appeal of Poobah? I'm not sure I do. If you don't like the game, why are you here? Joel said I have a knack for Poobah and that I will only get better at it. He also said that I helped make the game more enjoyable for others just by being there. I didn't want to disappoint Joel by not showing up. I'm going to encourage Thomas to play. You really are quick at learning things. You'll master this game in no time. This'll be fun. You don't find Poobah exciting? Not particularly. It's just a game of cards. It's more than just that. Sure, cards matter, but the real game is in figuring out what the other player's hands are. The best hand doesn't always win. Why wouldn't the best hand win? As I said, it isn't just the cards, it's all about the betting. If you can bluff your opponent into thinking that you have the better hand, they'll fold and let you win. So you're saying that the game is all about being deceitful? Part of the game sure is about bluffing. The other part is about judging when someone else is bluffing and knowing when to call their bluff. How do you tell when someone's lying to you? Poobah gives you a chance to learn how to see through a bluff. It's a useful skill to learn. I hadn't considered Poobah that way. I guess I have a lot to learn about the game and the players. Good luck in the game. May the best man win. Good luck, Sean. Talk to my buddy Aeolus here.
Hi, I take it you're here for the Poobah game.
So what brings you here?
The Poobah game. The game's like a story. There's drama and excitement as the cards are dealt. There's tension and strife as people play their hands. Then there's a climax that separates the winners from the losers. A tale of greed and hope, triumph and defeat, all played out on a tableau of the card table. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Are you good at playing Poobah?
Me? No, I'm terrible at it. I get caught up in the drama and forget the stories don't always end the way you want them to. But it's always exciting, and you never know when you'll get lucky.
How's your billiards game?
We have a billiards table at home. My father is very good at it. I learned a lot about the game from him. Mainly, I learned never to play billiards with my father.
How's your dart throwing skill?
Well, since most pubs have dartboards and I as a bard hang out in pubs a lot, it behooves me to get good at the game. That way I can always defuse a tense situation by challenging people to dart games rather than more violent confrontations. I can always play worse than my skill if the situation calls for a little diplomacy.
See you later.
Yeah, have fun.
Talk to Sosie. I'm looking forward to taking all your money. Let's snark at Sosie. Get used to disappointment. Ta-ta for now. And finally, let's talk to Joel. Would you like to recover from today's game with a exam with a friendly game of Poobah? Have you recovered from the quiz today yet? The test was trivial. It provides the perfect opportunity for a game of Poobah. What did you think of today's test? The quiz was clearly more of an exercise in creativity and imagination than of rote learning. It wasn't so much what you wrote, but how you chose to write it. We can talk more later. I look forward always to speaking with you. Okay, now we save, because if we get a bunch of crap hands, I'd still like to make some money here. And we challenge. Shall we start the game of Poobah? Indeed, that is an excellent suggestion. I'm the first dealer again. I guess that must mean that I am lucky tonight. And yep. Alright. No particularly interesting cues in anyone's faces yet, so let's follow along here. We are going to immediately check our hand. And draw a bad meh. Okay. Oh, and Esme's smiling. I'm getting out of this one. It takes more than luck to win at Poobah. Alright, let's see if this one's better. Yeah, it's alright. Although, I'm a little worried, because I see Sussy smirking there, and Esme smiling, and Esme smiling is, of course, a little bit dangerous, but that smirk is bad news. It means he's got Fizbin. Mind you, I just drew a Poobah, so... let's go for it. That's better. I'm not just lucky, I'm good. No, in that time I was actually pretty lucky. We got that smirk again. We're gonna be conservative, but hang in there for the discard. And we got another bad meh. I'm out. Ha! And Thomas had a grand Poobah. Did I win? I guess I got lucky. Yes, Thomas, that you did. And I am not drawing good hands here. And I'm out. Yeah, Joel is an interesting case. Katie's got her I have a Poobah and my life is so hard face on. I scuppered you all with a marlin spike. Alright, I'm seeing evidence of one Fizbin on the table. Which means it's higher than mine, which means I'm out. Yeah, Joel, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure he cheats outrageously, doesn't actually seem to do particularly well. So he's apparently not good at cheating in a way that is useful. It's about time that I win. You just won, you greedy... Hey, Aeolus is going to be in it for the count, so let's, And I don't actually remember what all of his, Luck be a lady tonight. I don't actually remember what all of Aeolus's, Oh dear. Okay, see Sussy's face there? That's a Poobah. I'm not even gonna go for it. I'm going to make Sussy's winnings as small as I can. I win again, naturally. This is the first time tonight, Sussy. I don't know what it is with people in this game and their memories. One thing you can see is that Aeolus and Sosi share one trait, which is they pretty much never actually bow out. Now, Thomas is still in, and that means he's got something better than I have. And that means there's no point in keeping going. Also, that smirk means he's also got a Fizbin. So a Fizbin beats a Mimi, a Poobah beats a Fizbin, and a Grand Poobah takes all. Is that it? You've been playing for an awfully long time to not know that, Thomas. Oh, I know what I'm doing with this hand. That there, that means he's got a Poobah. He's got a Fizbin. He's got one of the two. And all I know for sure about the others is that they don't have Poobahs. It's not what cards you have in your hand, it's how you play the game. The hour is late, and the candles start to gutter as we come around to the last hand of the Poobah game. Lady Luck has circled the table like a roulette wheel. Who will she favor one last time? Katie the Cunning, Esme the Evasive, Thomas the Timorous, Cesare the Snide, Sean the Shifty, Joel the... Please, Aeolus, can we just play the game? Okay, so I'm looking at this one. And I have the second highest hand showing. Unfortunately, the person with the highest hand is Sosi. I may end up restoring and going through the Poobah again to see if I can get better winnings because I'm greedy. I often end up playing Poobah several times per Poobah match because, oh, and look at that. Esme had a Poobah too. I was doomed. You should know better by now than to bet against me. You hadn't won anything all night. Attention everyone, it's now curfew time. I expect all of you to return to your dorm rooms immediately. No exceptions. I feel somewhat satisfied by the psychological bit there, but not enough that I'm going to let it stand. Let's see if I can win some actual money here. Alright, I've won the cut, so I'll deal the first round. Ante up and let's get this game started. This is not happening. We got a Poobah there. Sosi won a grand total of 13 lira there. I win again, naturally. Yes, well done, Sosi. Got Poobah showing there. Let's see if we can take it a little way. Yeah, not good enough. Yeah, the trouble with Poobah in real life is that the odds of each combination are exactly equal, as far as I can tell. Luck be a lady tonight. So you have to come up with a way to have a card game where all 5 card combinations have exactly one way of coming up, because nobody can ever have the same. No 2 players ever have the same combination of cards. Man. Okay, I got a Fizbin, he's got a Poobah. And he bets. It's not hard to code at all. It'd be a bit challenging to figure out how to make it work with real cards. You gotta know when to hold them. Yeah, when you've got a Poobah, that's a good time to hold them. Man, as far as Sean's concerned, I may actually wipe out my funds and have to stop playing here. Yep, I'm out of money. Some guys have all the luck. So, I have to load and try again. Ah, I am the first dealer of the night. So, people, are you prepared for your inevitable loss? Well, this is an inevitable loss, alright. I'm going up. All the way up, you know what I mean? And so she's not going to back down. I'm not just lucky, I'm good. No, that was definitely luck. Now, I'm pretty sure Aeolus has something higher than I do, so... Yep. Luck be a lady tonight. I don't agree with you, Aeolus. Oh dear. Well, this is interesting. That was a weird hand. It's not what cards you have in your hand, it's how you play the game. Aeolus looks sad. That actually, in his case, translates to he doesn't have a very good hand. Katie looks happy. That translates to she doesn't have a very good hand. Thomas is betting. That could mean anything as long as it means he's got at least a Fizbin. So much for... Yeah, my odds are still not particularly good, but I win again, naturally. Got that smirk going. And yeah, none of these faces are filling me with confidence here. I'm out. You should all learn how to play this game better. I could use a little competition here. Oh boy, this is an interesting one. He's got a Poobah, and so there's a 50-50 chance as to whether he has a better hand or I do. On the other hand, Thomas could have a Poobah, in which case, one of them is going to beat me. But I'm going to take the chance. Ha! Good thing I didn't fold that hand when I got it. Yep. Take that, Sosie. Oh, that grin. That grin is trouble. And she's out. Okay. We're betting. Esme is conservative. She gets intimidated by other people betting, particularly, but yeah, she's cautious. Now I have a dilemma here because Bad Fizbin is not a particularly good hand compared to people who stay in. It's got to be worse than Thomas's, so I have to discard and hope that nobody draws something better, and that Thomas only has a Fizbin. Because if he's got a Poobah, I lose my shirt. And he had a Grand Poobah. Did I win? Guess I got lucky. Yes, you did. I can't resent too much when Thomas is the winner, but a little bit. Here I am with my bad meh. Oh, and Thomas is betting, and Katie is out. Well, we're off to an interesting start. Let's get rid of that. Thomas, I don't understand you. Yeah, I could keep betting on this, but a good meh is a pretty meh hand, so... What? It is the Corey Cole. I don't have a Poobah problem. I can stop anytime I want. You gotta know when to hold them. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. This might be an early fold hand. Yeah, I think this is an early fold hand. I don't like Sosie winning my money. Joel, what are you doing? I thought you were supposed to be good at this game. Once again, skill beats dumb luck.
The hour is late, and the candles start to gutter as we come around to the last hand of Pooh-Bah game. Lady Luck has circled the table like a roulette wheel. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, let's, okay. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with this. And unusually, Sosie is out. We're holding this, and we're hoping that Thomas does not have the Grand Pooh-Bah. Well, if he did, he still doesn't have the guts. And my winning hand will conclude today's Pooh-Bah game. I hope you all bring more money to the next game. I can always use the spare change. Attention everyone! It is now curfew time! I expect all of you to return to your dorm rooms immediately! No exceptions! Okay, I think that was good enough. Let's do some sneaking around here. I think I hear voices inside that dorm room. Are you having any luck with your mission? The only thing I've learned is that Turk is useless. Perhaps if you would tell me more about it, I could be more helpful. I really want to help, Cesari. What I need from you right now is a cloaker. But Cesari, cloakers are very expensive. It would take more money than I have to buy one from the fence. Then you need to make more money. Just steal something. But we are not supposed to steal from the school. You know that, Cesari. You don't really believe the crap Blowhard is shoveling, do you? You're a thief. You'll always be a petty, grubbing thief. So act like one. Get me a cloaker. That guy is such a jerk. Alright, we're listening at Thomas's door even though there's nothing there. I think I hear voices in the other room. Okay, so what's behind the dangerous door in the wine cellar? Is Proach. Is huge giant Proach. Is bigger than horse. Ew, Proaches are nasty big bugs to begin with, but a giant Proach? No way I'd go near that door. Giant Proach is very bad thing. There's bad magic on it, powerful magic. Magic that grows stronger makes Proach stronger. It must be stopped or magic will be too great. Look, it's not our problem. Leave it for the paladins of the school to be the heroes and stop the giant Proach. We're the ones who avoid trouble, remember? Maybe so, but Proach will be much tougher if not stopped soon. Alright, we got a little bit of time here. So let's go do some training, because I did some unofficial experimentation around the giant Proach thing, and arrived at the conclusion that I need to be much more skilled. It's like, whoa, like second nature. And time to turn in so that I'm not sleepy all day tomorrow. Got a day off, don't want to spend it yawning. Every time I do this, I think, please let this be the last time. And Aeolus is not in his bed. He doesn't make it, which I relate to. Sean's bed is entirely too neat for my
ability to comprehend. Ah, it feels good to sleep in. Since there's no class, I think I'll have a nice large breakfast today. So, free day without the impending doom of the school thief stealing our class away. We should enjoy ourselves. I'll be heading into town to do some shopping for new shoes. I need some that can hold up while I explore the seashore for sea caves. Want to join me, Esme? No, I will be doing other things today. I will be going to Caligari today too to do some research. I can accompany you there if you like. Sure, why not? As for you, Mr. O'Connor, try not to get kicked out of school while we're gone. I don't want to miss Turk's fireworks when he does it. Alright, so it's only 11:01. That's nice. I can't believe I still have the to-do for learning to pick locks. I can assure you, I do know how to pick locks. I just took a test on it. Granted, I haven't officially passed the test yet, but... Practicing our card theory. I'm sure my classmates will love and respect me if I win all their money. Play some billiards here. Eight ball in the corner pocket. Shame it wasn't the 2-ball. Experimentally thinking here, I want to get my agility, which is at 45 right now. I think I want to try to get that up to about 50. I don't know for sure that that's enough. And I'm done. I'm all snookered out for today. Is there more to read in the big library book? I think so. Let's go see. New pages. According to Veliana's prophecy, even as the Dark One Gorgoloth invaded Albion, the Dark One Gog Sosloth would open a second Chaos Gate in Sardonia. Tendrils of Gog Sosloth's power had already begun to seep into this world. They twisted everything and everyone they touched. Men were transformed into Gogs and other unnatural creatures and worshipped the Dark One. Sir Hans, Sir Jamis, and Aquino rushed to Sardonia. There they reunited with Mortui, who had discovered a Chaos Gate below what would become the city of Caligari. The four heroes fought against the tide of darkness and sealed the Demon Gate. However, the prophecy warned that the gate would be reopened. Sir Hans and Sir Jamis formed the Order of the Knights Luminar to stand vigilant against the forces of darkness. They built Castle Luminar to be a bastion of the light. And that's the end of the page. This castle was supposed to protect against the Dark Ones, but it's been wrecked and abandoned until the university moved in. What could have happened to the Order? That part of the tale shall have to wait for another day. More practice. More training. Become agile. I really want to get the giant approach thing taken care of, and it's totally under control. And I do not know for sure as I said, I don't know exactly what the cutoff is. I just know that it's more than 45. I'm at 48, so I could give it another try. I'm actually very interested by the degree to which, like in this playthrough, I am attempting to build gaming and luck as much as I possibly can. Because my previous playthroughs, I've been unable to really notice. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that I don't have science class today, but I don't want to miss it because I made an incorrect assumption. So let's... Yep, okay, we're good. Because I've found well, there's no guaranteed wins at Poobah, but I found all over the place in terms of how much I felt it made a difference how far in the game I was, skill-wise. Like, yes, I believe 100% that luck and so forth are relevant. Let's see if I can hear anything now. Nothing. So let's go, just for grins, attempt to deal with the giant approach and see if it can happen. Greetings! Have you come to buy some of Gregor's good things? Hi, Gregor. Nothing I can say here, and nothing particularly interesting to buy. I think I can hear some drats running around in the room. Good hunting! I'm going to continue to not hunt. Poor Gregor. I do feel very strange about feeling bad about not... Hey, it's the wolf. Well, hello, wolf. Is that any way to greet a fellow drat catcher? So why are you hanging out here now? Did you get tired of hunting drats and want to add some giant bugs to your diet? What were you growling about? Nothing around here to worry about. You've already killed the Proach. So is that a yes or a no to something else? Sorry, I didn't take Wolfish as a foreign language elective. By the way, how did you get in here? These gates don't open themselves. For someone with paws instead of hands, you seem to be very handy at getting around down here. Okay, Miss Dark, Hairy, and Silent, keep your secrets. You don't mind if I look around a bit, do you? I still haven't figured out what you were growling about. Fine, just sit there. I'll check things out. This does provide the opportunity to loot the room while there aren't any approaches wandering through it. And the wine bottle, sulfur. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in any of the barrels, so skipping those. Nothing interesting there. Yeah, it's not a particularly lootable room. It's really strange how unwilling I am to stick my hands in that vomitous, disgusting, fetid pile of offal. But enough trash talk. Sean. Alright, let's see if I can get my... If I concentrate really hard, maybe I can hear something other than the scurrying of drats on the other side. Nope, I'm not hearing any drat sounds in the other room. It's really quiet in there. Too quiet. Fortunately, this is already oiled. Alright, let's go see if we can complete the giant Proach quest. Oh wow, that's one big bug. Let's try to sneak past. That's the easy part. Hey, I got this far and it hasn't noticed me. Maybe I can blindside this ugly bugly. Hey, big bug, I'm over here. Take a look at this. Alright, I've blinded it. Now what? There's some sort of jewelry on this guy. I'm just not nimble enough to slip the jewelry off quickly. Still not nimble enough. Come on. Got it! So, for those keeping track at home, that was 50 agility. That's it, I'm out of here. A fine day it is to see you, Master Sean. I opened the very dangerous door and saw a giant Proach. Is that why you wrote the message on the door? Please, 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 Master Sean, tell me that you ran away from the giant Proach and then locked and sealed the door behind you. The giant Proach cannot be let out of the room. It will eat all the drats and then eat Glegor too. I didn't let it out of the room. Oh, very good, Master Sean. Glegor will be very sad if the giant Proach ate you. The headmaster would not let students go into the wine cellar again if you were killed there. What if I were to kill the giant Proach? Oh, it would be wonderful if Master Sean defeated the giant Proach. Think of all the meat on the giant Proach, gently glazed in butter sauce. Many laddies would feast for weeks. But no, Master Sean, the giant Proach is too dangerous for you to face. Do not open that door again. Do not let the giant Proach get loose. Yeah, the improving agility is interesting because a couple of times I've come back and it will improve a certain amount and then no more no matter how many times I click on it. But anyway, yes, 50 agility is the cutoff for that, and I got it! Just a few more, then I can collapse. And that means that I have this... Well, let's actually take a look at it, shall we? Man, I have a lot of stuff in my inventory. I have this Proach brooch. The dark magic coming off of it makes it really unpleasant. No wonder a Proach would find it fashionable. Let's pop in and see Lady Moira. I hear someone in there. The infirmary must be open for the holidays. Welcome, Sean. Hi, Lady Moira. How are things going for you today? It is a fine day, thank you. I hope your day has been well, too. I'll see you later. Take care, Sean. That was exciting, wasn't it? You know what? Let's get the day's apple early. The theory, I think, at this point is I'm going to spend the rest of my pre-dinner time training. pop into the Hall of Heroes and drop off an apple for the mate first. Maybe I can hear something now. I guess no one's in the Hall of Heroes right now. I'll just leave the Quark and apple here. Maybe making friends with the Quark will be useful. And make sure I've got all my charcoal. Oh. Go play some darts. Throwing's somewhat important too, so. Never so busy I can't take a few moments for a little practice. Stay on target, stay on target. Getting close to supper time now, but not there yet, so let's play some more darts. Just a bit outside. I think I'm getting a little better. Da-da. It's all in the wrist. Oops, I'm late for dinner. Gotta rush. Everyone else is off doing other stuff. Alright, I think it's time to head down to the sea caves. But actually, first I'm going to go eavesdrop at some doors, because they're doors. They need to be eavesdropped at. Nothing going on in here, but I'll listen just to verify that. Nothing going on. And Thomas is not doing his thing with the statue, the painting rather. Alright, now we will go spend a little bit of time in the sea caves. Now that I have my rope and grapnel. Wow, this place is so amazing. That's a reach, Sean. There's a weird thing where that autosave didn't show up until after I saved. Don't know what that's about. Okay, trying to avoid any gogs. Time for my not quite favorite sport. Double check that this I already lit this one. It isn't even locked. Okay, looks like there's a stack of bandages, some pills, and a potion. This must be a first aid kit. Well, it belongs to me. Fitness pills and a full heal potion, which would all be a lot more handy if I was actually intending ever to get into Let's make sure we got some sulfur here. Just put a little sulfur into my jar here. Now I have some sulfur in my jar. It's only about a third full at present. And so on. There, now I have a full jar of sulfur. Sulfur and succotash. I'm not sure what succotash is, but it sounds despicable. Alright, get to the hard bit. So let's save the game. Sneaking past these guys is fun! It's fun! It's not at all terrifying. Yeah. I muffed it. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Corey. Alright. Try that again. But this time with more actually successfully sneaking past things, maybe? That'd be nice, right? It's probably not happening. Oh my god. It's not happening. These guys are tough. Alright. There's a chest here. Hey, it'd be an old sea chest, and it looks to be in ship-shape condition. If by ship-shape you mean one that's been shipwrecked and battered upon the reefs beyond the sea caves. Dusty, crusty, and rusty. A liberal application of oil could help with the rusty parts. Won't do anything for the crusty stuff, though. Of course it's locked. So how hard can it be to pick an old lock? Okay, this is harder than it looks. Good thing I oiled this lock before I tried this. I could have broken something, like my lockpick. There it goes. I do not know if I'm going to get out of this one. Now let's see what was hidden under all the rust and crust. Looks like a clay tablet with some markings on it. Feels very cold to the touch. I'll bet it's magical. Oh, this is good. A healing potion. Looks like around 50 lyra for me. And there I get caught. This is in the, let's see if I can get out of this one. Yeah, this is not working. And I can't just leave, so that's the other problem with there being 3 of those. One of them catches you. Yeah, it's hard to get away from. Yes, I realized that stopping and looting the chest was a little greedy, but come on, I'm a rogue. They're all in my way this time. That was worse. That was way worse. If this weren't a pacifist run, I'd be through there no problem, but unfortunately I picked the nobler, yeah, go with that. The nobler solution, so instead I get to run away a lot, restore a lot, all that fun stuff. It's good for me. That. Run away! Drats are, I'm gonna say drats are my least favorite thing to sneak past in this game. Because they move fast, and you can't predict in which direction. And it's a bad combination when you move slow and have a limited range of movement. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. This is going to be very hard. Let's go through the getting into the chest again. Taking the loot and getting caught and running away. And I don't think that not stopping for the loot actually would make much difference, because, like in that case, basically in that case, the two drats moving to that direction is actually the worst that you can get. Yeah, that's bad, that's bad. Come on. Get out of the way, sea drats. I just want to loot the chest and then... Run! And the big part is not being able to disengage without retreating entirely. Because it means that once I'm caught, the only way to really get away is to actually start the entire sea caves again with fewer hit points. Oh man. And I just realized I have to do this at least once more this playthrough. Probably more than that, but at least once more. Because there is something I have to do here that I don't have all the necessary materials for, and I can't get them yet. So, you know, that bites. Once more into the breach, dear friends. This is a bad setup. Very bad setup. all gotta be exactly where I want to be. By golly, I am going to do it sometime tonight. Yeah, I know this has been particularly frustrating this time for some reason. I mean, it was not fun last time either, but it definitely took a lot fewer tries to get through. Ah! No! Okay, let's take a moment to appreciate the Seed Rat's pretty art this time. I think I've only got one sleeping powder. And there are 3 Seed Rats. And yes, I know that I can acquire more, but oh, okay, not dead, not dead. Jeez. Why you gotta be like that, Seed Rat? Why you gotta be like that? Thought he'd think you didn't like me. Okay. No, not the damn torch. The chest. I don't know what the Seed Rats have against me, honestly. I'm just in here stealing all their stuff that they're currently guarding. I'm not out of the woods yet, but saving is a good idea. Yes, let's make a new save. Because the other worst thing you can do besides not saving is overwrite the wrong save. Oh, there's that third one there, very cleverly patrolling the actual exit. I hate it. No! Ah! Yeah, that save's gonna come in handy already. Honestly, I forget a lot more when I'm not doing it on stream. There's something about having an audience that makes you remember to do things like saving. Alright. We've made it into a large chamber. I mean, good time for a new save, isn't it? Alright, so when last we attempted to go through this, we didn't have a rope and grapnel. Now, if I throw the grapnel right, I can catch that far stalagmite and secure the end of the rope on this stalagmite. I'll just lob it across, not too hard, not too soft. See if my throwing is good enough. It's not. Alright, we're going to practice throwing for a while. Yeah, of course I picked the most challenging achievement to do on stream, I think. On the other hand, I think it's more interesting. Well, I say more interesting. My throwing's going up, but I'm afraid it has a little ways to go. Should be able to get it to 40 this way. And it caught. I'll pull the rope tight so I can get back across. Hope the knot on this rope will keep it secure until I get to the other side. Alright, do I feel lucky? If I fall into that water, I'm doomed. It's a long fall down into cold, dark water. It'll take nerves of steel and icy concentration to walk across this tightrope of watery death. Right, here we go. Steady, steady, and stuck the landing. I'm sure I'll need this somewhere else at some point. Okay, now that I'm on the other side, let's see where I can go from here. Hooray! Making progress. Hello, sea monster. You don't want me going over there. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Ah, that's boiling hot water. Yikes, that's hot. I guess the sea serpent doesn't like me going near the dam. Either that, or he doesn't like the dam and is taking it out on me. Well, in that case, I might be able to use this stalagmite with the grapnel. Let's do some more. See ya, Corey. Thanks for coming by. Great to have you around. Got it. And it's just a short climb to the top. Let's do this. And pull myself up. Phew. At this rate, I'm going to have to come through here probably multiple times. Let's search this altar. There's some dried fish on the altar. That's a great offering. Who doesn't like dried fish? I know, right? My favorite thing. Good thing it's been dried for a while. The fresh ones slip right out of your hands. It's been decorated just recently. The Gogs must still be using it. Okay. Moving on. Sneaking. Thank you very much, Sean. Not a lot of interactable here. Some of them do look thick and sturdy enough, but there's really no substitute for a good rope. I can see pretty clearly that they're just finds. Nobody's hidden any chests or scrolls or other good things in them. It would be a terribly risky place to hide things. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here's another altar. Another altar. It's really pretty impressive. Do you suppose that the Gogs worship the sea serpent, or is this a shrine to some other nastier sea critter? There we are, dried fish. I guess when it comes to offerings, the Gogs just don't have that much to work with. Now my hands will smell like fish for days. Ah, stop being a baby, Sean. Let's, big guy, looks like you can't get me from up here. Well, let's just saunter on by here and... Oops, can't do that. Yikes, that's steaming hot. Talk about bad breath. Ah, that stuff is nasty. Okay. Back up here. Let's feed the sea serpent. Let's see, what could I possibly feed him? How about some yummy dried fish? It's just fish. I think you'll like it. Would the nice sea serpent like another stinky old dried fish to eat? Here you go, boy or girl. A nice fishy snack for you. Poor guy still looks hungry. Would the nice sea serpent like another stinky old dried fish to eat? I like the eager nods here. Here you go, boy or girl. A nice fishy snack for you. Is that enough fish for you now? Yep. Have a nice nap. Poor sea serpent locked in this cavern. Must get awfully boring. If only there was something I could do about it. Ack. Forgot about those. What's this? It's a hole. It's a deep hole. I can't be sure, but I might be seeing a stalagmite surrounded by water. Looks like some sort of platform down there, or an open mouth. Looks like there might be a chest. Well, you know what we gotta do. No, it's a long way down. I'd either impale myself on the stalagmite or fall off and drown in the sea. Well, fine, if you're gonna be like that. Considering the long history this masthead must have, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. No rot anywhere that I can see. I only know that because I gave it a stern look. It looks like it's carved in the shape of a mermaid, and the whole section feels very sturdy. I can't budge it a millimeter. Well, let's anchor our grapnel to it. I'll just anchor the grapnel around the mast and let the rope dangle down that hole and cross my fingers that I learned enough in anchor management class. And let's get down before we get caught by that sea rat. Alright then, into the belly of the beast I go, so to speak. Look out below. Condescending. Okay, all in one piece. Whoever designed this trap certainly had a nose for the outrageous. Get it? Get it? Good time to save. Someone really didn't want this to be found. It looks impressive. There's something special about the lock on this chest. The chest must have been down here a long time. The lock and hinges are rusty. With all that rust, I can't even tell if the chest is locked or trapped. That's why I always carry oil. With a little oil and a lot of buffing, I should be able to make this chest usable again. Now let's look at this lock. With some of the rust removed, it looks like an elbow lock. That's pretty advanced for a sea chest. Uh-oh! The chest is trapped and it looks like a nasty one. Now, we do not currently pop into the inventory to make sure. Yeah, we do not currently have a means of dealing with a trap like that. So, we're not going to open this chest. But, hey, we know it's here. Up we go. I better take back my grapnel before I forget it. We'll save again, because there'd be monsters lurking around. Monsters that we are going to have to sneak past. Isn't this fun? What's this? It's old, it's crusty, and I'm surprised it hasn't rusted shut. Still, it looks like it's sealed. Maybe the stuff inside is still valuable. Bad news, it's locked. Good news, that means there's probably still loot inside. Got it. Well, it looks like this is my lucky day. There's some interesting things in here. A bottle of fitness pills. Nice jacket. The leather's still in good condition, too. And there's some coins. I may not get rich from chest hunting, but at least I get anti-money for Poobah. Looks like about 26 lira here. Alright, I'd call that good, wouldn't you? And we promptly get caught by a sea drat that I didn't spot. Whoops. I would really like to make it to the next scene there. But on the other hand, it is midnight, which means it might be a perfectly good time to go to bed anyway. So we'll treat that as a teleport out. That's what happened. I didn't have to run away from a monster. I took a shortcut. Going to be sleepy all day anyway.
Herr O'Connor, either pay attention in class or return to your own room to sleep. As I was saying, most of you did very well upon the written essay part of the previous day's quiz. Let us find out how well you did upon the Thieves' Tools section. Fräulein Esme, what did you find in your assigned locker? I found Germania Wolfcoin, sir. Sehr gut. Herr Kent, what did you find in the locker?
I found a Medal of Honor, Master.
Indeed. Herr Sosi, what was in your locker?
I found a dagger in my locker, Master von Urwald.
Indeed, Herr Sosi, and what was significantly unique about the dagger you found in the locker?
Unique, sir? I don't know what you're saying.
Using your exceptional skills of perception, did you notice anything unusual about the dagger in the locker? Snake handle! Did you say something, Herr Kilo? No, sir. I didn't say anything, sir.
The dagger had a snake design on the handle, Master.
How observant of you. Fräulein McMichael, what did you find in your locker?
I found a miniature galleon in a bottle.
Good. And now, Herr O'Connor, what did you find in your pre-assigned locker?
I'm gonna be polite. I found a big book of tool use manual, sir.
As for the essay part of the exam, you all gave some very interesting responses. In particular, Fräulein Esme, you did very well. I thank Sean for telling me to speak to you about my problem. It was wise of you both to do so. Keep that favor in mind when we decide the winner of the Rogue of the Year contest. Helping your comrades is a very roguish thing to do. 4 of you did exceptionally well on the test. Fräulein McMichael and Herr O'Connor, you shall have to work to catch up with your peers. Okay, so I did not apply the best skills for the rest. But, well. Now that most of you have mastered the basics of picking locks, know that many locks are specifically designed to resist being picked. For such locks, you need the Houdini 42 Advanced Lockpicking Toolkit. With the Houdini 42, you will be able to unlock more complicated locks and safes. Study that section of your lockpicking manual tonight for further mastery of the skill. Tomorrow's lesson will be one on ethics and morality, as we discuss rogues versus thieves. In the meantime, improve your skills. Auf Wiedersehen. My mission, whether I choose to accept it or not, get a Houdini 42. If you are interested in improving your rogue or thief skills, I just happen to have acquired something upon which you might be interested, the Trap Tapper Disarm Kit.
What's up with you?
My time spent in Caligari on our day off was most useful to me. I have learned some very unusual things about the area and picked up a few juicy rumors.
So what's a Trap Tapper?
I am so glad that you asked that. A trap tapper is a tool used for manipulating minute, complex machinery, much like that found in safe locks or mechanical devices. It is the go-to tool for disarming traps. I believe you will find it most useful for any extracurricular activities you might choose to pursue. You simply insert the tapper into the keyhole of a door or chest and then adjust the dials of the tapper until the trap is disarmed. Of course, there's always a possibility that you will set off the trap rather than disarm it. So you must use the trap tapper with caution. We wouldn't want to blow ourselves up, would we?
What's the best rumor you've heard recently?
There's a very interesting rumor that Miss McMichael is the daughter of a notorious Captain Mac of the Lucky Lady. It seems that she may be the pirate's daughter. However, I have been unable to verify the rumor. Miss McMichael was rather unpleasant to me when I brought up that subject.
See you later.
I will look forward to talking with you again. There's something different about you today. You look more confident and self-assured. Really, I don't generally assert myself. I tend to be shadow rather than light.
Alright. So, as noted, we could probably do with a bit of this stuff for dealing with things like those infernal drats. Now, the Trap Tapper here is going to be for sale more cheaply, so I'm not buying it. Not hearing anyone in this room right now. And in fact, there's nobody here and I don't want to be late for science class, so I'm not going to bother doing any skill training. Instead, it's onwards to the next lesson. Good place to save. Being caught by Turk is at least as scary as being caught by a monster. Though at this point, easier to avoid. Let's see what we're learning about science today. Today, we're really going to have a blast! We shall put your knowledge of chemistry and physics together today to create a big boom! This proximity bomb packs more than 3 times the explosive power of a standard boom. Of course, it takes 3 times as much raw material as a standard boom, too. The big boom takes 3 doses of sulfur, phosphorus, and charcoal combined with a little naphtha. This is a highly volatile mixture and should only be combined under rigorous laboratory safety measures. Kids, don't try this at home. The mixture is then contained upon these specially created ceramic containers that allow the big boom to be set to explode upon contact. The big boom can be disarmed once it's been set, but be very careful. The slightest mistake and you might find yourself disarmed. Literally speaking. Are there any questions before we get started? How does this combine chemistry and physics? Isn't the explosion primarily a chemical reaction? Chemistry creates and explains the explosion. Physics describes and determines the results of the explosion. Using the principles of physics, we can predict the resulting force of the explosion so that we don't inadvertently blow ourselves up. Good, we shall get started then. I got a big boom. Yeah, it is sort of weird that Turk gets so grumpy about you. I mean, okay, technically speaking, Turk will just yell at you for not having a uniform on and take demerits off for that. Or give you demerits for that, rather. But standing between you and your other classes is a particularly annoying habit of his. Let's pop down and see Gregor. Get ourselves a Houdini 42. I'm not wearing my uniform because I look better in different clothing. This is most wonderful! Glegal has a special thing to sell to Master Sean! Oh, hey, I can get my trap tapper here. Can't quite afford both. So I'm going to get the trap tapper actually first. And actually, going to review my my equipment first. Right now I am wearing my uniform, so I'm less attractive than I could be. That's more like it. Look at that charm. Now that my stealth is technically maxed, although it will continue to go up indefinitely, actually. I'm going to take a quick look through my inventory and see, because I can sell some stuff. And I don't actually need, well, I don't need these at all. But I don't actually need the combat-oriented things. I'll hang on to the runestone. I'll sell a healing potion. Why is a full heal potion the same price as the healing potion? That's absurd. Also the bandages. I'll hang on to the fish, which will let me also pick up the Houdini 42 here. And I'll talk with Gregor. How are things going for you, Gregor?
Gregor is doing very well. Gregor won the cooking contest at the Wadi Harvest Festival the other morning. It was Dratfakana style, a recipe I adapted from Chef Kina's teachings.
I didn't know you took classes here.
Gregor loves to learn. Gregor learned magic from Professor Featherstonehar, cooking from Chef Kina, and first aid from Lady Moira. Gregor has been a part of Hero School for a long time.
What do you have in store for me today that's so special?
Gregor now has Houdini 42 special tool and the trap tapper for sale at the school. Master Sean will be safe from nasty traps and poisons if he learns to use these. Gregor is happy that the young master will be safer.
How does it work?
Gregor is ashamed to say that Gregor has no idea how these work. Gregor is not a disbarred bard. But Gregor is confident that the young master will learn how to use these very well.
So do you have someone special or a ratty mate, Gregor?
Gregor came from Somalia with the school, so Gregor is not yet part of Kalagawi Wadi tribe. The Shis want Gregor to prove that Gregor will be good Wadi provider and mate before Gregor can court She-Wadi.
What are Shis?
Shis are female Wadis. Shis decide if men's good enough to have littles with She-Wadis.
I'm surprised the Shis haven't let you into the tribe after all the drats and approaches you brought to them.
She's very much like Gregor's gifts. Gregor will soon be part of Kalagawi tribe and can court pretty She. Then Gregor can have littles of own to teach and care for.
I'll see you later, Gregor.
Good day and good hunting to Master Sean. Gregor hopes that this Houdini 42 and the trap tapper will be good for the young master.
Gregor is too precious. It's like they're forcing us to work out. No, they wouldn't. The nerve. Can you imagine? Etc. Alright, let's go to dinner. That whole Rogue of the Year thing is stupid. It's not like one of the disbarred bards is going to do something heroic. I mean, really, what can anyone do here? One could be a hero by killing giant Floach in wine cellar. Who cares about some big bug in the basement? It's not like it's going to get loose and slaughter everyone. Gregor thinks it might get loose and kill him. He has nightmares about it. So anyone who killed the giant Proach would be a hero to Gregor.
You're right.
So which of us is going to risk our lives to kill some overgrown cockroach just so a ratty can sleep at night?
Enough chit-chat, people! This isn't the recreation room! Clean up your mess and leave!
I'll do my requisite listening at doors here. I think I hear people talking behind that door. I hear people talking. Are you sure we are doing the right thing leaving the secret passageway to sea caves open? You know how dangerous that area can be. These aren't children we are dealing with here at the university, Sylvia. They need the opportunity to prove to themselves that they have the skills to survive. Don't worry, Sylvia. The passageway is well concealed. It takes skill and persistence to find it. So I'm not too concerned about the sea caves. Most students will never find the hidden door. And as for the ones who do find it, we are all doing our best to train these students to use their wisdom and skills to survive. They go on to face danger in the outside world. At least in the sea caves, they're staying relatively close to the school and to safety. I do hope you're both correct. I would hate for anything to happen like it did at the How to Be a Hero school. We'll all work hard to make sure that sort of thing never happens here in Sardonia, Sylvia. I promise you that. Interesting. I think I hear someone talking in the next room. Now, who could that be? Can't make out the words, but someone is talking in the room. Let's go through and see. I wonder, could it possibly be Thomas is talking to the painting again? Maybe I can listen in with my super sensitive roguish powers of eavesdropping. I know paladins are taught to follow their heart and do what is right, even if it's against the law. At least paladins have a moral compass to judge their actions. They have the Paladin Council to consult when they have doubts. It seems like rogues do whatever they feel needs to be done. They break the law, they mock people in authority, they deliberately deceive people. Rogues know the difference between right and wrong. They just don't seem to care. How can someone like that be a hero? Poor Thomas. Oh, hello, Sean. Hi, Thomas. Hello, Sean. Do you come here often? Only when I'm looking for a little excitement. So what is it about the painting in the corner that fascinates you so? It looks rather grim to me. It's a painting of my father. Oh, he looks very paladin-y and noble. I can see the likeness now. I come here at times to think about what he would say if he were alive. I'm sure he'd be very proud of you. Proud that I'm a rogue? That I learn how to deceive and steal things? That I failed to become a paladin like he was? I think he'd be proud that you always do the best you can no matter what happens in life. You really are a good person, Thomas. Don't you like being in rogue class? I enjoy the class. I've always enjoyed learning new things. I like being here at the castle. It's nice to be able to go where I want and do what I want to do without someone else ordering me around all the time. It just feels wrong for me to be rewarded for being deceitful. Well, I happen to have this book that I think Thomas might like. I found this book lying around in one of the secret passageways, and I thought you might like to have it. It's a book about paladins. Thank you. I really appreciate this. You were very kind to give this to me. Good night, Thomas. Good night, Sean. Thanks for talking with me. Anytime you want to talk, you can always talk to me. Good deed of the night. Alright, so what I think I've got... Still got a whole evening in front of me. Going to pop in, grab my apple. Because can't get too far behind on the apple collection. Can probably find a use for this apple sometime. And I guess I'll go play some cards, and I think we'll call it a stream after when we get to end of day on this one. We could go explore more of the sea caves rather than hang out here. Sorry, but gogs taste like rotten fish and zombie pirates smell horrid. It's a good idea to stay away from sea caves. They are nasty places. Well, nasty or not, I'm going down to the sea caves soon. I'll uncover the sea cave's secrets if it kills me. Be careful. Death is not the worst thing that can happen to you there. Yeah, I know. Interesting. Let's practice our card theory. Even the smallest advantage could make a big difference. Let's see if we can pester Sosie a bit. The midterm is almost here. Why don't you leave now to avoid failing? What's the matter, Cesare? Does it bother you that a gutter snipe like me can do better on a test than an aristocrat like you? Aren't you the one who's supposed to be educated? Hold your tongue, peasant. Or what, you'll have your personal torturer pull it out? Sorry, Sosie, but this isn't Sicilia. You have no more right to rule here than I do. Toodaloo, Cesare. See you in class. Unfortunately, for now. The midterm break is rapidly approaching, Mr. O'Connor. Do you have any plans for spending it? Are you planning on going somewhere for the break? I will be spending most of my vacation in and around Caligari, researching many topics of interest. I wondered if you'd be willing to show me some of the city's more interesting sights. I'm not allowed to leave the castle until after the semester's over. That is most unfortunate, Mr. O'Connor. Perhaps another time we can tour the city together. How long is this midterm break? There will be 3 days off from school, with which to do as we please. I'll see you in class. Good night, Mr. O'Connor. Let's go talk to Katie here. So what do you think of the sea caves? I've done some exploring of them. They're huge, aren't they? Yes, it's really easy to get lost down there at all the different levels. The sea caves are full of dangerous monsters and situations, but they're also beautiful in a savage sort of way. Why do they fascinate you so? I don't know, maybe it's because of all the shipwrecks that have been washed inside the caves during storms. Years ago, Father was shipwrecked and lost in the caves. It took him more than a month to make his way out. Most of the crew perished in the caves. I feel closer to my father when I'm down there. I'm surprised you aren't learning how to sail a ship like your father rather than studying to be a rogue. My father thinks that being on a ship is too rough and unpleasant for women. In a way, I'm glad I was placed in the disbarred bards class. Maybe I can prove to my father that I am capable of being on a ship. Or maybe he'd prefer that I be a sea captain rather than a rogue. Now, see you tomorrow. Yeah, good night. And talk to Esme, and we still have time to play some cards before bed. Have you been down into Sea Caves, Sean? Nasty vet place. Oops. I meant to actually talk to her. And I accidentally skipped that conversation. Ah well, I'll challenge her to play some cards with me. I am very good with cards. You will have to be very good to win this game. Ivan, I am very good at this, no? I've warned you I was good at this game. Alright, fair enough. Let's play darts with Katie. How'd you like to play a game of darts with me? Okay, but I'll warn you, I'm the best dart player around. I win. Told you I was good at this game. Okay, you win, I admit it. You really are good at this game. And last and also least, let's see if we can play some billiards with our friend Cesare here. I challenge you to a game of billiards. It will give me a great deal of pleasure to beat you at this game, and everything else. I am an expert billiards player. You lose again. How typical of you. You seem to make a habit of losing to me, Connor. Perhaps next time we can make the game more interesting, wagering on the outcome. That way, I will enjoy winning your money as much as I enjoy beating you. Curfew! Out of here at once! This recreation will cease. Everyone return to your dorm room immediately. I will be watching you. And the last event of the night. Lady Moira thinks I'm nice. Hey, Aeolus, I'm sorry that things aren't working out between you and Moira. She said that she wasn't the right person for me, that she was married to her duty. She told me to find someone else to love. It's good advice. I'll never love anyone again. Alright. From the people who haven't played the game, I want bets. I know you're hurting right now. If there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know. I'll be here for you. Thanks, Sean. You're a good friend. Try to get some rest. And let's just study our... The master said that I should study the section on advanced locks. Let's see if I can learn anything more about it just by reading up on the subject. Guess I can. Alright. So this is where I'm going to call it for the night. Thanks for everybody who dropped in. And I'll see you soon. Probably tomorrow. I intend to be back tomorrow, so I hope you'll come by and join me for another session. More exploration in the sea cave, perhaps. Till then. Ciao.